Is life giving you messages that there's something you need to heal in your experience? Tune in today as I take you on a little sound healing experience to help you to begin the healing process and perhaps, just maybe, transcend what has been challenging you for a long time. Sometimes life notifies us that there's things that we need to heal and work through and process through. And for me, that happened at 36,000 feet many years ago. I had just been given this promotion of managing half the country's distribution program for a semiconductor manufacturer. And on my very first business trip, coming home from Chicago, I had the worst anxiety attack ever. And that night I stood up in the back of the plane all the way from Chicago to Orange County. And I remember the steward asking me, "Are you all right?" I am definitely not all right. And that night I feel like life kind of reached down and grabbed me by the collar and shook the heck out of me, saying it's time to work on some things. It's time to heal. You see, I'd gone through this experience as a child where my father left home and there was just changes in the home dynamic, and I did my very best to just sweep it underneath the carpet and pretend that it never happened, pretend that it never existed or hurt. And as my mother always used to tell me, "Son, you sweep enough stuff underneath the carpet and eventually one day it's going to come bursting out somewhere." And it did that night. And it was in that moment that I finally decided to go to therapy and begin to start working on my stuff. And over the time that I did that, all of those symptoms went away. So my question for you is, where's life talking to you? Where's the disharmony arising? And rather than fight it and curse it and get down about it, ask, what are you pointing to? What are you here to help me to release and let go of? What old belief, what old perception, what unresolved trauma are you making me aware of? Take a deep breath and begin to take the necessary steps to do your healing. We all have things to work through. And part of the journey to enlightenment and optimizing our energy is to begin to utilize different tools, resources, music to help us to reach in and let go of what's no longer serving us. So just take some nice deep breaths. Healing is a journey. It's a process. Yes, we want it to happen immediately. But as we are all becoming very aware, life unfolds in its own perfect time and space. But I can tell you this, when you get the messages to work on your stuff, which I did before that plane trip at 36,000 feet, but I ignored them. I shoot them away. Yeah, that's not, I don't need to pay attention to that. My mother had said, you should go to therapy. No, that's for broken people, or whatever story I'd concocted at that time. And the universe has a very big volume knob. It's going to get your attention, as it did for me that night. And I knew in that space that I needed to take the necessary work to heal, to let go, and to come to terms with what had happened in my past, and to let go of all that anger, all that resentment, all that bitterness that I was holding on to within myself. And that was the beginning of my healing journey. So if you have disharmony that's showing up, perhaps maybe in your physical health or in your relationships, or maybe you have anxiety or things that are showing up in your life, I invite you to take a look and begin to take steps in restoring harmony, coming to terms, letting go, releasing, and freeing yourself from that old, heavy density energy that is outpicturing as a disharmony in your life. And if you need some help and some assistance, this is a great resource, a great channel to be able to do that. I ask you to subscribe, share it with your friends, anybody that you know that is looking to heal something in their life. Music, energy has the profound ability to be able to get into places and help us to let go and resolve things in our experience so quickly. And you can also download a free track. There's a description, a link in the description below, and I invite you to make sure you download that track of music to support you on your journey to restoring harmony to your body, to your mind, and your spirit. Thank you so much for taking the time to tune in. Have a harmonious day.